Bible. See when you're ready.
All right, guys, this is me slipping back in with with a quick message here, Divine Feminines, as promised. All right. So the other message that I was channeling for the Divine Feminines, just in terms of you guys maneuvering parts of the journey where you've had to do things on your own, I'm feeling that you've been good friends with yourself. Okay, so you don't actually fear being on your own or being alone, and that's what's given you the power to be so detached. So I feel like a lot of your divine masculines may find a lot of comfort in your company right now because you're not actually wanting anything from them. You're not trying to tell them what they want to hear, manipulate their feelings, because you've got your own. I hate to be cheesy, but I keep hearing I love her because she got her own. Like, they genuinely do, because it's been such a weight, kind of lifted off of their shoulders compared to some of the karmic situations that they've been in. Like, the reason they find such comfort in your company is because they can actually be themselves with you. There's no need to try to impress you with things. There's no need to just be a version of themselves where they're trying to, honestly get something from you. The vibe between you two is like two people who are just themselves when they're with one another. And I feel like the reason you're so comforting is because you've mastered the art of being your own best friend. Like, you're best friends with yourself. So it's like, if you treat yourself well, Divine Feminine, chances are you're going to treat others well. And something really big that stands out, which is why your masculine values you so much, is because, you're really, you're an earth angel. Like, you're down. You're down, bro. I don't know, if that's just something we say here in the part of Ontario that I'm from, that just, whatever, that Toronto slang, but that's just what I'm hearing. You're down. You're down. Okay, somebody is down. Maybe you're down with it, okay? Someone feels comfortable around you, okay? And that is because if you know how to be your own friend, chances are you're going to be a great friend to other people. You treat yourself well, you treat your environment well, okay? A lot of you have mastered the art of solitude. I feel like this has a lot to do with learning the lesson of if you take good care of yourself first and foremost, and everything else around you will fall into place. Now, you can't take good care of yourself and be good friends with yourself if you're distracted by karmic friends, karmic family, always being caught up in other people's drama. Then when you come home, you don't have the energy to clean up your house. You're behind on your housework, your chores. It's no, the Divine Feminine energy has learned those lessons. And also too, I'm hearing for some of you at a very young age, you learned those lessons. So your road to independence started when you were quite a young lady, actually. I want to say around the sweet age is 16. I'm also hearing 12 for some of you as well. And many of you in the Divine Feminine energy, you've spent, if you have a lot of siblings, you spent a lot of your childhood years being a mother, nurturer energy. Okay, so the universe is rewarding you for a lot of that childhood that should have been spent really just playing and imagining. Instead, you took on caretaker roles. Okay, so this is part of the reason as well why many of you are being blessed with so much abundance, and the abundance is also the ability to be able to hold your fort down. Okay, to be able to be by yourself, to be able to have a strong connection with source, to the point where when you're by yourself, you know that you're never alone. Okay? Your connection to the things happening around you and your higher self, it's so strong that it's really impossible for you to feel any type of chaos when you are alone. I do have my little kitty deck here that my beautiful, gorgeous sister gifted to me. I haven't used it in a while, but cats are just a beautiful reminder of just how content a cat can be in their solitude. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this playful deck for some more messages on things that your divine masculines just really admire about you. Okay, they really do have to go on this tough journey of, I think, facing being alone. Because I'm telling you guys, a lot of these karmic situations, like I was talking about in the previous reading before this, these karmic situations are coming down, the towers are coming down. So many of your masculines, they're really drawn to your energy because they're like, damn, if you can do it, I can friggin' do it. Okay? But I'm getting the sense of like, these towers are coming down because they're finding the courage to love themselves. And part of this whole meeting you is, I'm just going to say it honestly. I don't know why I was coming out like that, but I was trying to correct myself. But my guides, I felt it on my shoulder. They were like, no, say it. I feel like they're ready to dump these karmic situations behind because many of your masculines are realizing like, I have to love myself. And in order to love myself, I have to let healthy things into my life. Okay, so many of them could be starting to see that, wait a second, like, I'm karmic as hell. This is the year, 2025 is the year of many of your masculines realizing, like, shit, I'm karmic as hell. And we're not throwing shade because I feel like the divine feminines might have gone through this process as well, especially if many of you had to leave karmic situations behind because you realize, like, I've got to go on this journey of solitude because I can't wear a mask in a relationship that, you know, I'm not there like 100%, right? Many of you took that assignment seriously. You followed it to a T. You weren't afraid of anything, especially not being alone. Many of you made friends with the darkness. You made friends with the silence. You made friends with the solitude. Okay? And now you are just a force to be reckoned with, okay? What do you have going on, Divine Feminine, that other people just kind of see you as like this mischievous little kitty? You're so lucky that you just get to nap all day and tuck yourself away and don't give a shit about anything. Okay, so we do have the devil card here. Sorry guys, I had to cough. Okay, so we do have the the devil energy here coming up. I feel like this is your divine masculine coming out to play. Okay, we did say that he finds comfort in your company. Okay, we have this I want to say playful puppy, but some of you divine feminines are like, that's my big dog. Okay, anyways, guys, yeah, they want to know how you do what you do, okay? And I'm also hearing too, because this is a kitty cat deck, you know, with the puppy dog here coming up, with the big dog coming up, I do feel like many of them, they want a truce, okay? They want to shake hands. They want to sit with you, okay? They love the fact that you are so independent and that you don't need external validation to feel good about yourself, okay? That very well might just be like, you know, that sheer difference between cat and dogs that everybody just kind of loves, you know? Dog will just outright give you all of that affection no matter what. Always there. And I feel like a lot of your divine masculines may have mimicked those patterns in terms of just like always pouring into a lot of these situations and never having it reciprocated, yet always feeling the need to just still be there, still harboring that unconditional love. Whereas the divine feminines, you know, that kind of independent cat energy, right? I'll come to you, and if I don't like what you have to give, then I'm gonna turn my back, okay? I can play, and I can be affectionate, and I can have fun, but if you cross me, I can easily just turn my back on you, okay? You could be the orange kitty, or you could be the nice, playful little tuxedo kitty over there, okay? That's just how it goes with you, Divine Feminine. And that's just, yeah, that sheer difference between you two. That's how you know how to be your own best friend. You know how to keep yourself entertained, and then you can just stare at the wall for hours while you receive channeled messages. Oh, that's hilarious. The kitty cat and the dog. Isn't that so cute? Match made in heaven. Okay, what else do we have coming up? So I think at times Divine Feminine, okay, so they may wonder, like, does it get lonely? Okay, do you ever feel like the caged bird? Is that how they're going to feel? You know, are they just going to want freedom? They feel like you're taunting them as well at times Okay? Some of you may know how to easily retreat and hide, go into hiding. Okay? Many of you as well. Again, you might differ from your divine masculine. You know, we have the cat and the dog, and now we have the cat and the bird. You know, it's like whichever way I feel like they turn, some of them may be afraid to I feel like come out of this cage. And you're like, it's okay. Come out. It's not so bad. Literally, like, I will have some of my treats over here and I will nap and watch TV. You know, maybe the cat is like, bro, you're trapped in that cage anyway. You might as well come out and be trapped in the house, right? You're going to stay trapped in that karmic situation, or would you like to come out and be trapped in the house? Because there's lots of spaces and places that I could show you that are pretty cool, like the window. We could watch out the window together. Would you like to do that? And that's the ease and energy that you bring to your divine masculine, okay? That is the ease and energy that you bring to them. That's why I think in the last reading I said that some of you may be funny at this time. You know, you're funny at this time. Somebody is, you know, maybe just afraid to play. There's the bird again, right? Afraid to go on this journey, maybe afraid to hurt you. Someone could be afraid of the transformation as well. I'm also hearing, what if we don't end up together? You know, but that's just kind of a risk you're going to have to take here with the Magician as the major arcana here coming up. Okay, and this is like the main energy here that I feel like many of your divine masculines may be missing. Okay, is that they've got everything they need already in order to create some kind of new beginning that they may be longing for. Okay, and I do feel like that new beginning has a lot to do with you. Okay, but first somebody needs to feel confident again in themselves. And I feel like being confident in themselves again, they're going to have to go through some kind of process of just being brave and going for it and being alone for a while. Many of them have avoided this lesson for far too long, and they've been stuck in a lot of karmic, a lot of karmic situations, a lot of back and forth, and it's kind of been a simple decision, but they've been kind of fenced in or boxed in or caged in some way. Whereas the ironic thing is, like, you represent freedom, although you might look like the caged bird all the time, but you're showing your divine masculine that, hey, if you make friends with solitude, I promise you, just by cleaning up shop in all areas of your life, okay, you're going to discover so many things, okay? People's hidden motives, their hidden agendas, you know, some of the relationships and friendships that you've been keeping died a long time ago. You know, you've been holding on for a reason. Because you're afraid to be alone. You're afraid of your own company. Many of you are making your divine masculines dig deep as to why it is they're afraid of their own company. Here is where you found your power, divine feminine. That's why many of you value your solitude, right? Many of you may be looked at as like, oh, you don't have a social circle, you don't have many friends. Many of you are just like, that is my protection. Okay? That is my protection, because I feel like for a lot of you with the Magician energy, there's places that you're going, and there's specific people that can be in your circle. Many of you have learned a great deal about energy, and you can read people's energy and their auras and their intention, but this has come with a lot of practice, I'm seeing with the Magician energy here. Okay? Some people get restless when they know that they have to be alone. They get restless with their routines. They can't be alone with their inner thoughts, right? A lot of people struggle because the minute they're alone, the only thing they want to do is like numb. Okay, so they could smoke a lot of weed, drink a lot of alcohol. Some people could be tempted to do drugs, especially in boredom, when they're bored. But it comes from a place of, like, you know, lacking lacking that inner connection with yourself, being best friends with yourself. And that's what the divine feminine has mastered, right? Because when you're alone and you spend time alone and you actually start doing things like sitting with the silence and you realize that there's a voice in there, you're never actually alone. There is a voice in there. It's called your higher self. And your higher self, if you really listen to it and spend time with it every day, really does have like your best interest at heart. It'll help you learn to listen to it in situations where, hey, like, I'm your intuition, I'm your gut, you know. But if you drown yourself out with substances, which is what I feel like a lot of the divine masculines have yet to master, okay, this is why they find so much comfort in your presence. That's another thing too I've been picking up on here, is like a lot of your divine masculines feel like you're a good influence. Like the more time they spend around you, they're like, damn, like I'm usually sober around this person and I like that. You know, I don't feel the need to be like intoxicated, or sometimes like, you know, the more time I spend with my divine feminine, the more I feel like just being alone is okay. Like it's safe to be okay. You too might have a lot of like enriching conversations as well, really beautiful conversations. But yeah, this is just some of the things that they may be thinking about, like when it comes to you, you know. It's like you're so terrifying yet so like warm and tender and beautiful and magical that like the big dog can't help but want to come out and play with the little kitty, you know? Like, woo, woo, meow. All right, guys. That's what I have for you for this one. Please reach out if you guys would like to do a personal session with me, okay? I know, it gets redundant, but I'll remind you guys each and every time. Find me on Wizio, find me on Hipsy.com. I would love to connect with you guys one-on-one and just support you on the journey if you guys need it, okay? And don't forget the membership section. It does have the 18+ sensual readings for you guys to check out and join if you guys are guided to. All right, I will catch you guys in the next reading. Take care, guys. Bye.